What if everything you thought you knew about your life, your struggles, your identity, your potential, wasn't really yours? What if every decision you've made, every mistake, and every victory was nothing more than a series of external forces acting upon you? Forces so deeply embedded within your psyche that you no longer recognize them as the architects of your reality? This isn't a hypothetical. It's the truth most people avoid confronting. Every day, you wake up, thinking you're in control, that your thoughts are your own. But somewhere deep inside, you feel a quiet unease. You've been stuck in a loop of repetitive mistakes. You make the same choices over and over, wondering when things will change, yet never seeing any real progress. The life you once thought was yours now feels like a script you can't rewrite, a play you can't escape. Is it that you're simply not trying hard enough? Or could it be that the very system you think you've mastered has hijacked your mind, designed to keep you exactly where you are? In the Gospel of John, Jesus, the greatest psychologist of all time, spoke of a powerful truth. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The truth is, many of us are imprisoned by an invisible, self-imposed system of beliefs, fears, and conditioned responses that work against our true potential. These forces prevent us from acting, from stepping into the life we were meant to live. And here lies the great question. What if the biggest obstacle standing in your way isn't external at all, but the invisible walls you've built around yourself? You've heard the saying, don't wait for the perfect moment. But what if waiting has become an addiction? A habitual postponement, a mental trap where every day you convince yourself that tomorrow will be better. You think, I'll start then, but you never do. You put off the work that needs to be done, the steps that will lead to change. And in doing so, you give away your greatest commodity, time. The opportunity to change is now. In the words of Jesus, I must do the work of the Father while it is day, for the night is coming when no man can work. Time is fleeting. The day is passing, and the night is coming. If you don't act now, you may never get the chance. But why do we wait? Why do we delay the changes that we know, deep down, will set us free? The answer isn't as simple as laziness or fear, though those elements certainly play a role. No, the true reason you're stuck, trapped in cycles of delay and hesitation, goes much deeper. It lies in the invisible forces that govern your every thought and decision. These forces are not external. They are within you, planted deep into the very fabric of your identity. They come from your upbringing, your culture, your past wounds, and they control you in ways you can't even see. You've been conditioned to see yourself in a certain light. Your value, your worth, your capabilities have been shaped by others, your family, your society, and even your own subconscious mind. These forces have created a narrative, a script that tells you who you are and what you're capable of. And that narrative? It may not even be your own. This isn't just philosophy or a psychotherapist's theory. This is real. Carl Jung, a renowned psychologist, explored the depths of the unconscious mind, describing it as a realm where our true selves reside, hidden beneath layers of conditioning and societal masks. He spoke of the shadow self, those parts of you that have been repressed, buried, or denied because they don't fit into the story others have written for you. And here's the hard truth. As long as you are unaware of these forces, they will control you, keeping you in the cycle of unfulfilled potential. Jesus, the greatest psychologist of all time, understood this deeply. His teachings were rooted in unveiling the truth that liberates, that frees us from the invisible forces that bind us. When he said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free," he was speaking not just of external truths, but of the internal truths we must face. The truth about who you are, what's truly holding you back, and how much power you've given to forces that do not serve you. But how do you uncover this truth? How do you begin to see beyond the veil of your conditioned mind? The journey starts with acknowledging that these hidden forces exist. They are the unspoken rules of your life, the assumptions, beliefs, and limitations that you've internalized over years. Perhaps it's the voice of a parent who told you that success is impossible, or a society that told you your dreams are too big. Maybe it's the deep-seated belief that you are not worthy of success, or the fear that you will fail again, just as you have in the past. Whatever it is, it's time to recognize that these are not the truth of who you are. The first step toward freedom is to realize that the story you've been living is not entirely your own. It has been shaped by forces outside of your control, and until you recognize this, you will remain a prisoner to those narratives. But you don't have to stay here. There is power in knowing the truth about yourself, about the internal battles you're facing, the beliefs that are holding you back, and the patterns that have been keeping you stuck in place. When you shed light on these hidden forces, you begin the process of taking back your power. And that's when the real transformation begins. Imagine this. Every decision you've made, every mistake, every failure, every moment of hesitation, it's all part of an unseen system designed to keep you exactly where you are. What if these recurring missteps weren't random? What if they were not failures at all, but carefully engineered outcomes, created to trap you in a cycle of limitation, self-doubt, and missed opportunities? You see, these forces, this invisible conditioning, don't just affect the way you think. They control your entire life. They influence your decisions, your relationships, your health, your work, and even your sense of purpose. This conditioning shapes everything from your actions to your self-worth, making it seem like you're constantly bumping into invisible walls. You might feel like you're fighting an uphill battle that you can never quite win. It's as if the universe is conspiring against your success. But in reality, the real conspirator is not the outside world. It's the inner forces you've unconsciously internalized. This system isn't just some abstract theory. It's built into the very wiring of your brain. Neuropsychologists explain that our brains are wired to follow patterns, to repeat the behaviors, beliefs, and thought processes that have been ingrained over time. The brain resists change because change requires energy, and energy, in the brain's view, is often better spent reinforcing the old patterns. So, you find yourself stuck in a loop, continuously repeating the same actions, reacting the same way to the same stimuli, even though you're fully aware that it's not getting you where you want to go. It's frustrating, isn't it? But this loop? It's a survival mechanism built to keep you safe, even if it means keeping you small. The question then becomes, what if every failed attempt was part of this invisible system, designed not by you, but by forces you can't see? What if each missed opportunity, every broken relationship, and every unfulfilled dream was not your fault, but the result of a deeply ingrained, subconscious conditioning that was never really yours to begin with? This is where the breakthrough moment comes. To begin to break free, you must first see the system for what it is. You must understand that you've been living in a structure of self-imposed limitations. Limitations that have been dictated by the past, by society, by the conditioning that has shaped you. This is where Viktor Frankl's powerful insight comes into play. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, learned that even in the most unimaginable circumstances, our ability to change how we view ourselves, our response to the world, can be the key to transformation. The truth is, you have the power to change, to break free from these invisible forces that have held you captive. But it requires more than just wishing for a different outcome. It requires a conscious decision to confront these hidden patterns and step into the unknown, to embrace discomfort, and to challenge the status quo of your life. You can't wait for the world to change around you, because while you wait, you're simply playing into the same system that has been keeping you stuck. And that's where the urgency comes in. Remember the verse from John 9 verse 4. I must do the work of the Father while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Jesus knew the importance of acting in the present moment. Time is precious, and every moment you delay is an opportunity lost. You can't afford to wait any longer. So, the first step toward freedom is awareness. Recognize the patterns, the thoughts, the beliefs that have kept you bound. Identify them, and with that awareness, you will have the power to change them. It's not easy, and it won't happen overnight. But once you begin the process of unmasking the hidden forces, you'll take the first step toward true freedom. You've been living a story that isn't truly yours, but the power to rewrite it lies within your hands.
Thanks for tuning in to Sparktopus Think. The journey doesn't stop here. Join us next time as we keep exploring, one episode at a time. Don't conform to the patterns of this world. Instead, renew your mind and be transformed. Subscribing is simple. Hit that button so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and spread the word with your friends and family. At Sparktopus Think, we're all about sparking meaningful conversations, challenging perspectives, and aligning with God's truth. Until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and keep transforming.